In today's episode of Pronunciation Power Up, I want to talk about words with a silent B. Let's get started. Up first, we have the word climb. Notice that the B at the end of the word is silent. Climb. Climb. Now, the B also disappears in other forms of this word, like climber, climber, climbed, climbed, climbing, climbing. Now, let's look at an example. Please repeat. I just tried rock climbing for the first time. I just tried rock climbing for the first time. Up next, we have the word debt. Debt. There are a few other word forms from this word. One is indebted. Indebted. Now, you may have noticed that I'm pronouncing the T in this word as a D sound. Indebted. Indebted. Now, actually, in my last episode of Pronunciation Power Up, I talked about how in English we often change T to a D sound. And this is one of those words, indebted. If you want to check out that video, please follow this link right here. Now, if you are lucky enough to have no debt, you can call yourself debt-free. Debt-free. And our example, luckily, he doesn't have any debts to pay. Please repeat. Luckily, he doesn't have any debts to pay. Moving on to number 3, doubt. Doubt. There are a few other word forms for this word. One is doubted. Doubted. Notice again, I'm changing the T to a D sound. Doubted. Then we also have the adjective doubtful. Doubtful. And for our example, I never should have doubted you. I never should have doubted you. Now, moving on to number 4, we have the word plumber. Plumber. Not so many other word forms for this word, but we do have the word plumbing. Plumbing. And for an example of this one, I called a plumber to come fix the toilet. Please repeat. I called a plumber to come fix the toilet. Now, moving on to our 5th and final word with a silent B, it's the word subtle. This is a word I hear mispronounced all the time. Okay, it's pronounced subtle. We have the silent B, and I'm also using that pronunciation of T where I change it to a D. So it sounds like subtle. Subtle. You may want to use the adverb form of this word, which is subtly. Subtly. Or you may want to use the noun form, which is subtlety. Subtlety. And for our final example, there are subtle differences between American and Canadian English. Please repeat. There are subtle differences between American and Canadian English. Many people think they sound the same, but there are subtle differences. Once more, there are subtle differences between American and Canadian English. Well, that's it for this episode of Pronunciation Power Up. I hope you found it very useful. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing and turn on notifications because I do try to put up a video at least once a week. If you know somebody else who would find this type of content useful, please share it. Okay, I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Thanks.